Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is a video series that I do called Transfer Tuesday, where I share every single week what we're working on for our financial goals. So we've been all over the board contributing to different things this year, and we watched the new Netflix, it was like a documentary called Get Smart with Money by, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on her name, from Afford Anything. It was very well done and very eye-opening. So a lot of it I already knew since I'm the financial guru in our family, but I watched it with my husband and I thought it was very eye-opening for him so he can see things kind of the way that I do, and that we could be on the same page a little bit more on what our financial goals are and things that we're working towards, and just money mindset and how, maybe delaying gratification and not buying everything that you want and more just on the needs that you can then use that money to make more money kind of mentality. So that was very good. I highly recommend you to check it out on Netflix. I think it was probably like about an hour and a half long. But anyways, so kind of along those same lines, I asked him, afterwards, like, what did he think of it? And, did he learn anything? So one thing that we talked about was kind of what our goals are and how we want to be able to access the money that we have. So when you contribute to your typical retirement funds, you cannot access that money until you're 59 and a half. So if there's any desire to retire early, you have to have a plan in place to be able to access money to kind of bridge you until you can access that retirement money. So that's where we kind of have talked about the whole real estate thing. We have been traditional real estate investors, not by choice. We had turned a prior home into a rental property, and it was a bit of a nightmare. It ended up turning out fine in the end. When we sold it, we did actually make a nice profit on it, but it was just a lot of headaches. So knowing that real estate can be a prime way to get financial freedom, we didn't want to completely write it off, but we weren't really sure, like, do we really want to be landlords again? Or, then you're paying property managers and things like that. So that's when I did more research to look into different ways to invest in real estate. And that was when we developed our goal for this year of investing in the Fundrise platform. So in the beginning of the year, that was one of my goals this year, was to just start an account and put some money in it. And that was what we did in, I think, January or February when we started it. We just kicked it off with $1,000, and our plan was kind of just like, let's just get our feet wet, let's put it in there and kind of forget it, I guess, and see how it goes. Well, since then we have contributed, small amounts more, but we haven't been contributing to it on a consistent basis. But after watching that Netflix documentary last night and kind of talking about it further, I think we do want to pursue this more. So although that money is tied up in an asset, and I think there's a 5-year holding where you have to, promise that you'll keep that money in there because it is being used to purchase properties, etc. So it's not like you can just take your money out whenever you want. So there is that. I guess it's a risk, but you can, after that, then request to get your money back. But my ultimate goal with that is more on the dividends that you can earn with it. So, for example, this week, this is what I'm doing for Transfer Tuesday. I put another $100 into this account. So last week, I also put $100 in. So that is paid out on a quarterly basis. So I think I've mentioned in a previous video, the way I signed up, you can choose to automatically reinvest the dividends, or you can ask to collect those dividends. So I chose to collect them with the thought in mind that down the road, as this portfolio gets larger and larger, that those dividends could then become a reliable source of income. Now, at this point in time, they are not, because it's very, like right now, we have like $1,300 in there. So you're not earning much off of that. But if we continue to build this account and be able to collect those dividends on a quarterly basis, the thought or the goal is that then that could become additional reliable source of like a passive income stream. So I've mentioned that our year to date for the dividends is around $9. So not much at this point. But I think if we continue to do that, we can rely a little bit on that dividends. And then also there's the appreciation factor for the properties that you are investing in when they do sell and things like that, that you could then get that money as well. So there's a lot of factors that play into it, but for now, we're just going to, I think, continue to slowly contribute to this account. Not anything aggressive at this time because I've mentioned we have some other things that we're working on. We want to be able to finish our basement and cash flow that. So we are going to also be allocating some money to do that. So I've talked about in other videos that I am able to get a dependent care reimbursement up to $5,000 per year I get pre-tax money. Well, I pay into it pre-tax, and then I can get that back. So to kind of reimburse myself for expenses that we have had for childcare. So I just submitted another receipt and got $810 back for that. So we are going to use that money plus a couple of gift cards that I got through different apps to purchase the flooring subfloor that we need for our basement. So even though we don't plan to actually like really start on that project quite yet, I told my husband, like, I got that money. I want to buy that flooring and just stack it in the basement for now so that we don't just spend it or invest it or whatever. Like, that money was earmarked for this purpose. So I want to use that money, buy the product that we need, and slowly buy the stuff, the supplies that we need, wood, etc., so that we can slowly start that renovation in our basement. So enough rambling for me, but that was our goal for this week. We did another $100 towards that Fundrise platform. Again, I can drop that link in the description box below if you are interested in checking out their platform. You can start for, I think, as low as like $10 or something now. It's really, really nice. So I will be back again next week with another update. I hope you have a great week.